Hello! It's Andy again from the Egocast channel, and I am going to be reviewing today Lollipop Chainsaw. For anybody who's watched any of the videos that I did for this game, you'll know how much I adored it in the first one and slightly liked it less and less as it went along. But I am not going to allow that to color my my review, as much as I can not allow that to color my review. But just like we did with Brothers, and like I'm going to do with every game that I finish, we're going to go over graphics, animation, sound effects and music, controls, gameplay and camera, story, fun, creativity, replay value, and extras. Each one of those sections will get either a point or not a point, and I'll have the grand total at the end, which will be my whatever out of 10 possible points that a game can get. So, let's get started. So, okay, here's the story. You're a cheerleader that loves lollipops and kills zombies with a chainsaw. That's it. If you think there's more to the story than this, please post in the comments section so that the rest of us know who you are. Graphics. The graphics are actually not all that bad when you're dealing with her and her family and her boyfriend and any of the other characters, but the zombies look really shitty. Like, you can tell they didn't put a whole lot of effort into them, and when you get elements where it has the both of them together, zombies and the main character, it really makes it look obvious that they didn't give a shit about doing anything with the zombies. And that's mostly for cutscenes. I mean, the cutscenes were okay graphically when it was dealing with her, but not anything else. But in the actual gameplay, they really didn't do much with the characters that you're fighting. They did a lot with the backgrounds. I mean, the backgrounds look pretty good, but as far as the zombies that you're fighting, you can't really tell what the hell you're looking at. All it really winds up being is a whole bunch of bright pink and yellow flashing lights. And I think they just took a really lazy route with it. Animation. The animation in the cutscene parts is actually really not that bad. There's some not great moments animation wise, but for the most part it was done pretty well. I mean, again, whenever you're dealing with moving from cutscenes to actual gameplay, it gets pretty janky, and they kind of missed the mark with a lot of things in the actual game. When you're fighting the zombies and stuff like that, they're pretty much shittily, you know, rendered twins of each other that are doing more or less the same motions over and over again. I mean, they all kind of have pretty much the same move sets, and again, big, bright, flashing pink lights. You never really have to notice any of it. The thing that really bugged the shit out of me, though, is her arms. Like, where her arms meet the torso and the way that they move, that was really badly animated. They focused mainly on her assets as opposed to trying to nail the whole thing from top to bottom, and that really bugged me in a lot of ways. It was almost like, I don't know, it was almost like they wanted to say, hey, we just hope you're not going to notice this, and that's not good enough for me. Sound effects and the music I thought were spot on. The chainsaw sounds like a chainsaw, the gun sounds like a gun. I mean, it wasn't really challenging, but they didn't fuck anything up, which is always a good sign. The characters were voiced very appropriately. Everything fit. The music was great. I really liked how they used Hey Mickey and Lollipop, really appropriate songs. All the different sections had their own little, you know, appropriate songs. I really thought they nailed it on the sound effects and music. Controls. The controls were fairly simple. Push a button here, move the stick there, and other than that, push the same button over and over and over and over again. I mean, they tried to give you different moves. They had actually a pretty large move set, but when it came down to it in the fighting, you more or less just pushed the same button over and over again. I mean, it was a pure button masher. They tried to make it not look like a pure button masher, and nah, didn't matter. Gameplay and camera. I want to hit the camera first because, oh my god, it sucked when it wasn't working against you. It was actively working against you. Yep. Alright, fuck it. You know what? Do what you want to do. Go wherever you want to go. I don't have to see anything. It was just awful. The gameplay, the tutorial stunk because it stopped you every time you were in the middle of doing something to tell you some shit that you really honestly didn't care about all that much. Things you already knew, like you press X to hit things. The mini games bordered on useless. Like, I didn't see a purpose with a whole lot of them. Some of them were just drawn out, long and annoying, and just sucked. Half of them could have been just removed from the game altogether. The blaster cannon gun thing, whatever, it tells you to shoot zombies in the head, and then it forces you to aim on their chest. And trying to move off of their chest is like pulling teeth. You just can't do it. And the super move, the big super move in the game, was really only very useful maybe twice in the whole game. There was maybe 2 sections where there was a good amount of zombies to use your super move on, but when you did, this is what happened. You were put to a shitty slow motion scene every second swing so that you could watch 3 zombies get their head cut off. And oh my god, it made it to the point where if you used it in one good section, you didn't want to use it the rest of the fucking game. And if you did, you just went, I'll use it here. There's only 3 here. It won't disrupt things too much. And the gameplay was just repetitive. This pretty much sums up exactly what the gameplay was like. The same thing over and over and over and over. Fun! The first stage was very fun. And then I realized that 90% of the game was this. Not fun. Creativity. The first stage was very creative. And then it just kinda did the same thing over and over again. Replay value. Between the loading screens and the bordering on infuriating fucking places where they show up, and the fact that you've pretty much done every gag in this game over and over again at least 3 or 4 times, and annoying shit, really fucking annoying shit, like a boss that has 7 forms. 7 forms, and they are all the same thing more or less. They all drive around and attack you, and you dodge them, and you attack him. They're all the same thing. Every stage is the same thing. I've played this game 1,000 times in the one time that I played it, and that was more than enough for me to say that I've done this game and I'm not doing it anymore. Never again. There is no replay value to this game. Not at all. None. Extras. This game is chock full of extras. There's all sorts of pictures you can get of different people. And there's little zombie things where they say kind of stuff about zombies. And there's achievements, but it's a 360 game, so of course it has achievements. There's little candy wrappers that you can collect. Holy shit, I don't know why they have stars, but I don't know. You collect Lollipop wrappers. And there's phone messages that you can listen to, a whole slew of them. And there's even different costumes you can stick this bitch in. I mean, I'd like to say that each one is sexier than the next, but they're all kind of the same thing. The only problem with the extras is you need money to buy them. And the way you make money in this game is by playing this game. And I don't want to ever play this game again. So the extras are kind of fucking useless because they rely on you playing this game. And I hate this game. I don't want to play it anymore. So I guess I gotta give it a point for having extras, but I hate this game. I don't want to play it anymore. So in summary, let's tally the score. For graphics and background, they kind of did a half-assed job with it, let's be honest. Half of the graphics are very good, half of them are not good. I don't like doing half measures. I don't like giving half points, especially not to a game that I thought was a piece of shit. So, fuck you on graphics, you don't get a score. Animation, pretty much half-assed again. Half of it's good, half of it's not so good. So again, no score. Sound effects and music, gotta give it one. Everything sounded appropriate. Music was very good, well picked. What are you gonna do? The controls, there really weren't any other than push this button over and over and over again. It was pretty simplistic. It was push this button over and over and over again. The only reason that I'm not going to give it a point on controls is because they tried to make it a game that wasn't just push this button over and over again. If you wanted me to just push the same button over and over again, make that the only fucking control. No point on controls. No. Gameplay, camera sucked my dick. The gameplay was just fucking annoying. It never stopped being annoying. No gameplay. The story, she kills zombies. The fun was there in the first chapter. And the remaining 6 chapters, no more fun. It was a trial at best. It just got more and more annoying. The creativity, there was some until they decided to do the same thing over and over again. That's not creative beyond the first time that it's creative. The replay value is a big fat fuck off. I'm never playing this piece of shit again. No. Not gonna happen. Fuck this game. And the extras, it had them, but you're gonna have to want to play the game again to unlock most of them. So I kind of got to give it a point on that, don't I? Because it did have extras. I guess my not willingness to earn them doesn't mean that they didn't have them. So I guess I'm kind of fucking it on a point from graphics and animation by not giving it a half. So I guess I'll have to bend and give you the extras. So all in all, because it had sound effects that didn't make cow noises when you were using a chainsaw, and because it had extras, I guess I gotta give it a 2 out of 10. I mean, I don't know. A 2 out of 10 seems pretty high for me for this game, with as much as I didn't like it. But there you go. I guess if you get the chance to play it for free, you can make your own decision. But if you pay $1 for this game, you need to be punched in the face, because it's a waste of your money. Give it to me. I will put it to much better use by setting it on fire for you. I don't know. That's there you go. There's the review for Lollipop Chainsaw. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you didn't like this video, you're obviously a fan of this game. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please leave them in the comments section. And until next time, have a good day, and bye-bye.